It's Dr. C here. Just came some very quick video. Something that God just dropped in my spirit. It actually was something as simple as an email. I was trying to send an email, very urgent email, but for some reason I could not send the email. I pressed send so many times and it just would not send. And so the Lord had me to pay attention to the attachments. And basically he impressed upon my heart, it said the email is not going to send because you have too many attachments. You're trying to get something to someone that's very urgent, very important. You're trying to make, it's going to be a crucial decision, but you're wasting time because of the attachments that are attached to this email. And I started thinking about it and I was like, how often do we not assess ourselves to find out who or what is still attached to us that's keeping us from reaching our place in God? God has sometimes told you to get rid of people. He's told you to walk away from things, from situations, but you're still trying to hold on to all of these attachments and you're wondering why you're not going anywhere. It's because you have too many attachments. And God basically is saying you're going to have to let some things go. You're going to have to let some people go. It's going to hurt. I had to make a cognizant decision with that email. If my sole intent and purpose was to make sure that that email was sent in a timely manner, so that the decision and action that I needed could be taken in a timely manner, I had to prioritize. And I had to look through those files again, and I had to say, okay, wait a minute, maybe this one is not as important to send right now. And I can delete this one. I don't have to send this one, and I need to delete this one. Maybe I can send that in another email. And that's the same thing God is saying to you. He's saying all of these people, all of these things and these issues that you have attached to you, he said it's time to just let them go. There's no other way to put it. It's stagnating your life. It's causing you grief. It's causing you pain. You're not going anywhere. You're not progressing. And it's because you have too many attachments. You're going to have to go into your spiritual file and find out what files are still dead. You know, sometimes we have dead files. We'll try to keep things forever, keep pictures forever. Some of this stuff ain't even relevant anymore. Sometimes we don't even remember the people on the pictures anymore. And so sometimes we have what's called dead files. And they're dead. It's like dead situations. And you're going to have to go through and look through your life, and you're going to have to open up to God and say, God, show me the areas of my life that are dead, that I no longer need, the people that I no longer need to be associated with, the places that I no longer need to go, the affiliations that I no longer need to have. I need you to show me so that I can go ahead and detach myself from those dead files. I don't need dead weight. The Bible says you have to lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us. And so some of you're praying and you're giving your all to God, and you're wondering why you're not getting any closer to what God has promised you. I guarantee you it's because you have failed somewhere in there to delete something, or delete someone out of your life that God has told you was no good for you. And you've got to go through there and you got to delete the attachments. And as soon as I began to prioritize what was best for that email, and I deleted those files that were not essential at that time to get that email sent, guess what happened? Email went straight through just like that. And then the other action that I needed to be done, it happened just like that. And so if you're needing God to do some things, it's not necessarily that you're not doing everything right. It's just that you're failing to delete some attachments, to cut away from some people, to cut away. Even sometimes you have to cut away from a job that you know God has not called you to work in. Some areas that you're trying to make a claim. You're trying so hard to get in the know, and God is saying, just sit down and be still and let me do the work.